Zach, let's move further into the gutter. We've got
this is like all the way in the gutter. This next story,
but also in the gutter, but also very disturbing, and it reminds me of a Seinfeld episode. This is a story here from the Daily Mail. I saw it and started to cry uncontrollably. Mom's horror after her 8-year-old daughter's image is stolen and turned into a child sex doll sold on Amazon for $559 as Elizabeth Smart calls for sick toys to be banned. As a Florida mom, somehow the picture of her daughter's likeness was stolen from a photo that she posted on a Facebook group. She received a message from a friend last night being like, "Hey, is your daughter here on Amazon?" Sure looks like. And it was listed on Amazon as, quote, high-quality sex dolly live dolls for men for just under $600. This is really, really disturbing. And as Daily Mail is always great to show, well, they don't have a picture of the girl, but they do have a picture of the doll, which apparently looks just like the girl, so you can see that. I mean, could you ever imagine this?
it's disgusting. It's disgusting. Like, why is child sex dolls even a thing? You know, like there was a quote in the article that I didn't even know that was a thing, but apparently it is. And it says child sex dolls are currently legal in the U.S. except Florida, Tennessee, and Kentucky. However, advocates say that there should be an outright ban.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think I'm right there. I mean, what's the argument here that maybe I had to venture to guess here, but what are they going to, maybe like for pedophiles, maybe it's better if they can have a doll instead of abusing a live person. Is that the argument?
That's probably the argument, but you could say it encourages the behavior altogether.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm sorry if you got to get something needs to be fixed if this is what's on your mind here, right?
It's disgusting, man. The over sexualization of children it has got to stop.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
and
it's so disgusting.
We were talking about some of the like programming you'll get on Netflix about the child pageants. There's a recent controversy on Netflix. There's a movie out there that everyone's up in arms about. And you know, this stuff, it does need to end. And for some bizarre reason, it seems to be more normalized lately, doesn't it?
It does, and we kind of talked about this off air, and that like we're in such a culture now of like anti slut shaming that it's like going into like minors, which that's not right, man. It's, you know what I mean? There's a fine line between a grown adult woman like expressing her sexuality in the same way that like men are typically encouraged to, right? And then you go into like but then when it starts to cross the line into minors, that's where it's starting to get out of hand, and that's how it's starting to encourage behavior. Just anytime like kids are over sexualized like that, it's disgusting, and it's, you know.
Yeah, and you know, we don't allow minors to make other decisions. We determine them to be incapable of, you know, say giving their consent and certain things and all that. But yet here we are. We're gonna liberate them from these societal. You know, there's I'll say this. Not in every case, but in many cases, and I think it definitely applies to minor children. Sometimes, you know, certain social pressures are there for a reason. We have aversions to certain things for a reason, and it's to protect our children. And, you know, just because, and then you bring up the slut shaming thing, which I think is interesting. Yeah, is it going so far the other way that now we're going to allow kids to allow the sexualization of children to the extent that it has been? I think it's really disgusting. And you know what? You can't buy a Confederate flag on Amazon, I believe, is the case. But you can buy a
child sex doll. Yeah, it's awful, and it's disgusting. You know, it's like I know some people say, well, it's a mental disease. Like, well, if it's a mental disease, then why don't you treat it like a mental disease? You know, you don't give if someone's addicted to heroin, you don't give them heroin.
Right.
Right?
No. That yeah, no, I agree. And so here, yeah, this says the mother says, "I want no, yeah, this is not the answer."
Yeah.
Go ahead and indulge your fantasy. It says, "I want." The woman says, "I want a new federal law to charge these buyers as sex offenders. I want the people that create these dolls banned from selling them in the United States, charged and fined." So this is not okay. Elizabeth Smart, who was a child abuse survivor, famously says, "This is not okay. Go check it out right now. Follow the link in their bio and sign the petition today." This is something easy to do, impactful, and immediate to basically get this thing taken down, and then to ban the sale of child sex dolls. No, so would you support that legislation on the federal level?
To ban child sex dolls?
Yes.
Yes.
So would I.
Yeah, I don't know. I think if anyone says, I think if anyone says opposite, you got to question them. Be like, wait, so wait, you want a child sex doll? You know what I mean? Like, what do you like? Well, no, I don't want one, but someone should have one. Like that makes no sense.
Yeah, I think anyone who says no is either someone is either a customer or the seller.
Yeah.
This is not good. This is not a good situation, and it surprises me. That example of the Confederate flag, just came to mind because I remember that controversy a few years ago. I think they were all pulled. They're on top of that. But what about the kids? I don't. Who knows what else is even on Amazon now? Who else knows what else we'll find? But this is an easy one. This one shouldn't be controversial. It should be. This legislation should be fast tracked immediately.
Yeah, and I mean, there's a such thing as gateway drugs, right? Like people say, like, oh, don't smoke marijuana because it'll make you do cocaine, and then that'll make you do heroin. Like, what stops someone from fucking a child like doll and then saying, you know what, I wanna be an actual pedophile and go buy a kid from like some kind of like sex trafficking guy, right? You cannot encourage that behavior. You can't do it. It's awful. It has to be stomped out.
It is disgusting, and I hope. I think whoever's selling this is opening themselves up not only to legal trouble, but also some sort of I don't know what the word, but basically using a child's likeness to profit. I think has got to be some other kind of crime too, right?
Oh yeah, 100%. You can't I mean, you can't see the picture of the kid that you're referring to. I mean, you see her outfit, but you don't see her face, so it's hard to tell there. But
right.
It's clearly positioned in the same way that original photo was taken.
Yeah, I mean, imagine what kind of creep trolls Facebook for pictures of little girls to then make a doll out. I mean, that's it's all right. This is ridiculous.